What's up guys, this is Dennis with Luke Zion Jewelry. Thank you so much for tuning in today. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys two very nice chain designs, and that is the Flat Cuban Link chain, comparing it to the Herringbone chain. So with that being said, let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm really excited to share these two different chain designs because a lot of you guys are comparing these two chains. There are some similarities, so let's go ahead and talk about those differences. Now, when it comes to the links from far away, if you imagine these two chain designs, they might look very similar. But as you can see on these macro shots here, you take a look at the Flat Cuban Link chain and you have the original Cuban Link chain design on it. The only difference with this is that it is flat and the links are definitely more tighter. Now, when you take a look at the Herringbone chain, you get to see more of the design, more of the details with these macro shots, because there are many different links combined together on the Herringbone chain that makes the Herringbone chain overall. It does look like the Flat Cuban Link chain does have some similarities when it comes to how tight the links are. Not completely, but you do see some air gaps in the Cuban Link chain because that is just how the original chain is. The Herringbone does not have any breathing room in between the links compared to the Cuban Link chain. Now let's move on to the shine. Overall, when it comes to the Cuban Link chain, it is not known for its shine because of the diamond cuts. There are so many different types of Cuban Link chains. Some are thinner than others, some have more girth than others, and many Cuban Link chains are manufactured differently as well. Some are machine made, some are handmade, and overall the shine is not a huge feature on the Cuban Link chain. But when you compare it to a herringbone chain, the herringbone is definitely going to outshine the Flat Cuban Link chain because of the links that the herringbone has. If you take a look at these macro shots, there are so many links put together and it gives off this very nice shine as you move the chain. It kind of gives off that look when you have a mirror and you have the sun hitting the mirror, and as you move the mirror around, you can actually play around with the light and reflect it wherever you choose. And that's kind of how I see this herringbone chain. When the light hits it, as you move, the light is actually reflecting off it very strongly as well. But as you know, silver is a very highly reflective metal, and so the Flat Cuban Link chain gives off a very nice shine as well. Now, if you're comparing it to, let's say, a 5mm original Cuban Link chain, the Flat Cuban Link chain is definitely going to outshine it because the way that the links are as well. All right guys, so let's go ahead and move on to the weight of these two chains. Now, the Flat Cuban Link chain and the herringbone chain are not heavy chains, and that is just a benefit. When you combine the links, the millimeter, the shine, and the weight, it's gonna reflect on the price. And so these two chains are definitely gonna give you more bang for your buck because of the weight. As you move up in millimeter, you add a little bit more weight, but it's not dramatic compared to a Franco chain or a Byzantine chain where you move up a millimeter or two, you're gonna feel the weight difference. Now, when it comes to the millimeters, the Flat Cuban Link chain is at 5mm and the herringbone is at 5.4mm. They are nice everyday chains that you can definitely just have them popped out or tucked in as well. They're going to give you a nice neck profile on the side if that's what you're looking for, or if you want to be a little bit more bold, you can definitely pop out the chain, and the presence that is going to give you is very, very nice. Now, when it comes to these flat chain designs, this is definitely not a chain that you want to wear a pendant. These two chains definitely hold their weight when it comes to being worn alone. Plus, the other thing is the bell might not flow very nicely between these two chains because they're flat. They're meant to just lay flat on the neck and give you a very nice present look. And moving on to the sturdiness of these two chains, are they heavy duty chains? I'm gonna say no. These are not heavy duty type of chains where you're gonna be wanting to tug on them, pull on them, put pendants on them. That is just the design of these two chains. It gives off more of a classy look because of the way they lay flat on the neck. And as you guys have been following me, you know I like to bring new chain designs to the website, and so I was excited to do this video just to showcase to you guys the differences between these two chain designs, the Flat Cuban Link chain being more of a new chain design entering the market, and the classic herringbone chain that has been just a staple when it comes to old history on this design. Overall guys, let me know what you think about these two chains. What are the pros and cons when it comes to the Flat Cuban Link chain, the herringbone chain? Do you like it? Do you not? I personally wear both of these chains throughout the weeks. It just gives off a different feel, a different look as well because of the way they lay flat on the neck. Overall guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll love to chat with you guys, and like always, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Much love, respect, and I'll see you guys in the next video.